Okay, ladies, you can't imagine what happened. I did a whole recording and I did not press record, so I have to do it again. Okay, so this is the MyFitnessPal app that we're going to use to log our meals. Check your app store for the app if you don't have it on your phone yet. So just check your app store. It's available on Android. It's available on iPhone. Download it. It's free. It's only when you want premium service that you have to pay. So now let's click on the app. Once you click on the app, it opens the interface. It opens this home interface, the home page. Now, the first thing I want us to do is to go to settings. If you click on more, these three dots, I don't know how it looks on Android phones, but this is where it is on Apple phone. Apple. So just click on the three dots here where it says more, and then set your profile. If you go to my profile, you can put your name and blah 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 blah, put everything. So you can edit the profile here, your name, your age, and everything goes there. Now you go to the important part, your goal. Just look down a little, you see goal. This is goal. Click on it. This is where we're going to set our calorie requirements, our protein requirements. This is where we're going to set everything. Now, if your start weight, let's start with the starting weight. The starting weight is at the top. Click on it and go and set. If your start weight is, let's say, 100 kg, for instance, just slide down. Keep sliding until you get to your start weight. So there you go, 100. So let's assume it is 100. This is 100. So click on 100. Current weight is the weight you are on. Your current weight and your start weight will be the same at the beginning. So let's go to 100 again. That's your current weight. That's the weight you're at now. The current weight will change. The current weight will change with time. As you lose weight, your current weight will change. So now let's go to goal weight. Click on it. How many kgs do you want to lose? Where do you want to be at the end of the program? If, let's assume, you want to be at 70, just an assumption. You slide up to 70, and you click it. That's 70 kg. So that's your goal. Your weekly goal, let's assume your weekly goal is 0.5 is reasonable. Let's just pick 1 kg just for sure. Then your activity level doesn't really matter because we are not calculating anything here. Your calorie requirements has already been calculated, so you don't really need to do much. Now, the next thing you go is to go to your calorie, carbs, protein, and fat goals. That's you want to calculate, you want to customize your macronutrients. So you click on that. Now, the total calories, let's assume the total calories you want to eat or you are allowed to eat based on the chart that I sent to the group earlier is, let's assume 1,300. Fill your own there. Fine. So that's 1,003. Now, next thing we are going to set is our protein. Leave every other thing. Go to protein. Can see protein here. Go to protein. Now, go to your protein and slide. Our protein, if your protein allowance is supposed to be 100, we'll slide. You take note of this top. That area where it shows the protein, the content in grams, not in the percentage in grams. Just keep sliding the percentage bar until it goes to your, there's no 100 grams, so we'll leave it at 35%, which is 114 grams. It's still okay. Remember, I said that if for instance, you're supposed to eat 100 grams of protein, you can go above, but you shouldn't go below. You can go above 100. So 114 is fine. Now let's go to, once you've set that's 35%, the 3 macronutrients has to be on 100%. You can see here it's showing red because it's 115. Now let's slide the carbs. Let's slide carb to maybe 40% and slide fat to 25%. You can see it's 100 now. So that's 40, 35, 25. Good. So we've set our macronutrients. Now we can leave this place. We don't need to do anything else. We can leave here. Now let's go home. You want to now start to put in your meals. You want to start logging your meals. There are two options. You can click on the plus sign and then click on food. Then you click on breakfast. It will now take you to where you can log your breakfast. But this is the one I prefer. I prefer the diary because it shows an overview of everything. So click on diary. What you have here is what I had logged before. I'm going to delete it. To delete it, just slide to the left for iPhone. I don't know if it's like that for Android. Slide to the left. Excuse me. So once you slide to the left, it deletes. So you can see at the top here, our goal is 1,003. The food we eat will come here. It will be deducted from the goal. Then the exercise. Remember I said we're not going to use it to log our exercise, because what it does is, if when you work out and maybe you burn like 200 or maybe let's say 400 calories, it's going to add the 400 calories here. You see that it's adding it. That means that it's going to tell you that you can still eat 400 calories extra. We don't want to eat extra because we're trying to lose weight. We're not trying to maintain. If you're trying to maintain, is a different thing, but you're trying to lose weight. So we're not going to eat back that 400 calories. So that's why I said no need to consider the exercise part. Just focus on your goal and the food, and then what remains from there. Even if you walk, because like for me, I attached my pacer to the app before. I don't know if it has taken it, if it's gone. But even if it reads exercise for you, please ignore it. Don't add it to your calories, available. Okay. Now to log. If you are the type that eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you eat 3 square meals. You can do this. You can break this 1,300 into 3. That will be like 600 and is it 600? 3 times 6, 18. No, that will be like 400. I think 3 times 4, 12, 400 and something for each meal. That means you are going to eat 400 and something calories for breakfast, 400 and something for lunch, 400 and something for dinner. But you can also do it in a different way. If you are a light eater for breakfast, you take light breakfast. Maybe you want to do just 200 calories of breakfast. Lunch, you want to do something not too heavy, maybe 400. So the remaining 200 from breakfast, add it to dinner and do your dinner and enjoy your dinner. So just find a way to split it. It really doesn't matter as long as you are not exceeding your 1,300 thereabout. Remember that we have a small allowance. There's a between. So if you exceed it by maybe 20, a little bit, as long as it's still below that higher number, you are fine. But me, I would suggest try to stick to your lower number. Okay. So now let's go to snacking. If you are the type that snacks, maybe some of you that eat granite. You say, oh, 1 handful of granite is small now. It makes no difference. It makes a lot of difference. A handful of granite is calorie dense. That's why some people don't lose weight on a weight loss diet, because they are eating back what they took away. They are eating it back as snack, because they don't know that their snacking should be deducted from what they eat. So that's why I prefer this method. You see for yourself what you're doing wrong, and then you'll be able to adjust. So whatever goes into your mouth, log it. Whatever goes into your mouth that you eat as a meal, log it. Log it. Doesn't matter, just log it. Even if you are going above your calorie, whatever, don't hide it. Be honest with yourself, because you are the one that is going through this. You are the one that wants the results. So be honest with yourself. Even if you have had a bad day and you have overeaten, log it, so that you'll be able to tell. Okay, you'll be able to see. Some people feel that, if they eat wrong. You cannot eat accurately 100% of the time. If you are doing 80-20%, it's still okay. So the importance of logging is to let you see that those times where you go above or below, you go a little bit overboard, does not affect your total goal. So it gives you more confidence, to continue with what you're doing. So always log. Okay, fine. Now, for people like me that, I don't really do breakfast, I just go straight to, dinner, or I just do light lunch. You can do the same. You can just record your lunch, maybe do 236 grams of calories of lunch. I like to eat all my meals in dinner when I get home. Eat and then go to bed. That's how I like to eat. It allows me to sleep better. That's what I like. So there are people like us. So now if I decide, like I said, log your protein first. Protein is the most important. Log your protein first. Why do we log protein first? Because we want to fill our protein requirements. If you start with other meal plans, you won't be able to fill your protein. Have eaten too much of carbohydrate and fats, and then your protein will be lacking. And you need protein more, because protein is more filling, and then it does not, affect your weight goals as much as the carbs would do. And then it's a bodybuilding food. It's more dense, so it keeps you full for longer and all that. So let's do protein first. I go to add my protein. I want to do boiled egg. Where is my boiled egg? This is raw egg. Okay, if I want to even do raw egg, this is you click on raw egg. I like to measure in grams, so I put 1 gram. Once I measure the raw egg, 169 grams of raw egg, I just type it there. Or even if it's 200 grams, let's say 200 of raw eggs, I register it there. If you look at the top, you see that egg contains 0.8 grams of carb, 20.4 grams of fat, 26.4 grams of protein. So the egg is not just protein, it contains other things. So you click on the egg. Now you see that under our calories remaining, you see that under food we have 292, which is the number of calories in the egg. You see that you've done 26 grams of protein. Our goal is 114. We still have 88 left. 88 grams of protein left. We've done 1 gram of carb and like that. So let's go back to our diary. So now we still have to fill our protein. I'm going to add maybe let me add grilled Titus. I normally weigh my Titus after I have grilled it. So let me say I add, after weighing it, I had maybe 200 grams of grilled Titus. So 200 grams, that's a lot of protein, 45.4 grams of protein. So you add it. That means that we have done 600. We still have 700 calories to go. And if you click on that 600, you see that we've done 72 grams of protein. We still have 42 grams to go. Okay, so now let's go to dinner. If, for instance, for lunch you had maybe a cup of tea, you have to log the tea. You first of all log the milk, whatever milk you use, you log it, and then you log the sweetener or honey or whatever you used. That's if you add cream and sugar to your tea. If you don't, well, you still have extra calories. So now let's go to dinner. For dinner, I would like to have maybe sweet potato, grilled sweet potato. I like grilled sweet potato a lot. So grilled sweet potato. If I do, let's say, 200 grams, let's assume, that's too much carb. I don't want that much carb. 150 grams of sweet potato. Well, sweet potato is very filling because it has what's it called now? So it's very filling. So I like sweet potato. So if you click, you can see that it has shot up my what's it called now? My number of calories eaten. So let's click on it. I've eaten 130 grams. It has not moved my protein. My protein is still 75 grams. I still need to fill my protein. So let's go back to the meal. I'm going to do it with chicken. I'm going to do it with grilled chicken. Let's look for grilled chicken. Grilled chicken. There you go. I want to do 200 grams of grilled chicken, or let me say 250 grams of grilled chicken for dinner. If we go there, you see that I've filled my calories. It doesn't matter if we go over for our protein. If we go over, it doesn't matter. It's fine. I'm 9 grams over, which is just fine. I like it. So, and I still have 175 calories to go to fill. So you can feel it. I like to use up all my calories because, see, you have to understand that your calorie goal is already a deficit. The calories you see there for you to eat is a deficit. So you don't want to eat too little. If you eat too little, you'll be hungry, especially since you are going to be, doing some exercise. It's going to make it difficult for you to remain consistent. And, so a school of thought is that even when you are too hard on yourself during a weight loss diet, you may not lose as much weight as you desire. So I want you to eat all your calories. You can look for something that would not be too calorie dense. Maybe let's eat watermelon, some watermelons. Where's watermelon? Watermelon. 272 grams of watermelon is just 82 calories. So let's add it to it. You still have 94 left. Maybe let's just do the watermelon. Let's do 300. Still 90. 350. It's filling. I like to eat my watermelon with the back. So fills me even more. Say 380. We still have that. Wow. That's a lot of food. Let's say 400. Wow. At this point, oh dear. Okay, let's see, 450. Okay, I'll leave it at this. But really, fill your calories. So that means that we have filled our calories for the day. If you click, you'll see what you've eaten. You've eaten protein. You've gone over. You've eaten 126 grams, which is fine. You didn't finish your carbohydrate. Even in spite of all that watermelon, we still didn't finish carbohydrate, which is great. Yeah, fiber is the word I was looking for the other time. So sweet potato contains fiber. It is more filling. So it's good. It's great. So there you go. Now, make sure that once you filled your calorie requirement, you can take note of what you ate for that day. Like for me, I try to keep my meals simple. Once I discover that, this one fills my calorie requirements, this is the combination I did, I can repeat that combination the next day or 2 days after, before, so that I don't spend too much time thinking of what to eat. As we go on, you're going to, get used to tracking. You're going to get used to, knowing. You will just instinctively know the meals that you can add to your shopping list, that would help to fill your meals for that week. So that's why I said I want you guys to plan. That's your first assignment. Plan your meal for a week. Once you want to eat a particular food, just fill it in your MyFitnessPal and see how many calories it comes to. Do the combination on the app and see, how many calories it comes to before you actually prepare the meal. So just do the combination. Use MyFitnessPal to do the combination of all the food you want to eat. Do it down. Do it ahead. So once you've done it and you've got the perfect combination, now you can now start to buy the food. You now start to combine it and all that. You don't have to measure. Just for instance, now you want 1,000. You want 500 calories of a particular meal. Put it on MyFitnessPal and be increasing the quantity until you get the actual calories you want. So when you are now preparing the meal, you now weigh or measure to feel that, the content that you want. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. So it's really, really, really simple if you allow yourself to think of the possibility. It's really simple. And then you can insert some of the meals that you like. You may have to replace some meals, every once in a while. For instance, if you're like me and you like pastry, you can replace maybe white bread with maybe, if you know how many calories are in just one or two slices of bread, you will run. No, put it in MyFitnessPal. Okay, let's even do it. Well, since we are here, let's add white bread. Let's just look for any white bread. Or let me just put bread. Nigerian style bread, agege bread. Wow, yes, let's pick that one. 1 gram of agege bread. 281 gram of agege bread is 655 calories. 655 calories. Can you imagine that? That's more than half of your calories for the day. That's why you may have to remove some meals. You will except you want to eat maybe one slice of agege bread, and it will not be enough for you. You will not be filled. Or you fill it with some other things. Maybe add a lot of protein. Maybe eat it with a lot of chicken and stuff like that. But you may be able to get away with it every once in a while, but you might have to replace it. If you do a wheat wrap, and those things are really filling, I like them. They're like tortillas. Wheat wrap, if you do like the smaller ones, they're like 70-80 grams. That's 217 calories. You fill it up with maybe chicken and sometimes I just fry eggs and put on it and all that. And there are some that have even less calories than this. So you have to look for things that would replace. Rather than eating bread, you may decide to do sweet potato. You may decide to do Irish potato, and stuff like that. That would, actually, reduce the number of calories that you are eating, but will also fill you up and all that. Sometimes you don't even necessarily have to eat carb to be full. Protein will fill you up. Once you start, you will realize. Like my son sometimes will look at me and say, "Mommy, are you sure you are on a diet?" Because all your meals are so interesting. They are like normal meals, They're like normal meals, and sometimes I will eat and I won't be able to fill my calories. I'll be so full, I won't be able to complete my calorie requirements. So that's how it is. Please. It's just the start that may be a little bit of a stress, but once you get used to it, you will actually enjoy it. So, ladies, if you have questions, shoot it, put it in the group, and let's talk about it. But first, I want to see your meal plan. I want to see your plan for next week. Drop it in the group. Let me see it. That's your assignment. Open your MyFitnessPal and create something away, and let's see. If somebody creates a food plan that falls within specific calories, share it with us in the group so that we can benefit. Okay? If you go on Pinterest, if you go on even scrolling through Instagram, you'll see some meal ideas that may work. There are certain things like kunoya, couscous, or whatever they call it. It's an alternative for rice instead of eating rice. Then there are ways you can even make your rice that would reduce the calories of the rice. Just determine that, okay, for instance, I need only just 1 cup of rice to fill my calories. Pour the 1 cup of rice in a pot, as in cooked. Add carrots, add vegetables that are low calorie dense, that are not calorie dense. Add them. Cucumber. People add cucumber to rice, and it tastes nice, and you will not even know. Cucumber has very, very, very low calories and it's filling, So those kind of things, your vegetables, add it to your rice, and it will increase the volume of the rice and fill you up, and you enjoy your meals. So you just need to get creative. It's your life we're talking about. You need to be healthier. Apart from the aesthetics and the kind of looking good, you want to live an healthier life. You want to maintain an healthier. We all want to see our children grow old and all that. So we'll do our part to stay alive and stay healthy and strong. So I encourage you, ladies, let's go with this. And at the end of the 30 days, I am sure we'll share testimonies, and we'll achieve our goals in Jesus' name. All right, talk to you later. Bye.